same structures like you did in BP1 and 2. All right, now this is where my computer has crashed before as a student F. I hope I can make this work. 6 weeks ago, she wrote this. There's the question.
Research in every field is reaching beyond the success due to advancement of technology and information. According to some people, sharing the information in research field has significant role, while some people disagree because there may be knowledge which cannot be disclosed, sometimes. I think that sharing knowledge for research purposes.
Okay. All right. I read this introduction and I know the type of writer I'm going to be dealing with. First of all, she does the same thing that the first writer did, and you happen to be from the same country, so research in every field is reaching, it's a topic sentence. Research in every field is reaching beyond the success due to advancement of technology and information. It sounds like you are trying to express something very beautiful, something very profound, but I don't know what it is, and really it doesn't have a place in an IELTS essay. What does it mean? According to some people, hey, that's a good way to change it up from some people believe. Good. Sharing the information, no, need the there, is uncountable. In research field. Now note, research field. Research field. Don't repeat your words. Now here we have a lexical, a vocabulary error that has a very important meaning change upon the foundation of what people believe. Some people disagree because there may be knowledge which cannot be disclosed. Well, all knowledge can be disclosed. It could be disclosed. So shouldn't is what you want. And that's a basic apples and oranges distinction in vocabulary. Cannot be disclosed. Sometimes. Sometimes is put before the verb, which sometimes cannot be disclosed. But you don't need sometimes because you have may. And then your last sentence of this paragraph where you introduce your opinion, I think that sharing knowledge for research purposes, that's a subject. Where's the rest of the sentence?
Okay, I lost the original narration to this, but let's take a look at body paragraph 1. I have high hopes.
Firstly, sharing the previous data can assist the new researchers. Research on a specific field can never be accomplished by a single person but demands more and more research to achieve goals on that field. For instance, I was given a topic of research by one of my teacher to create a map by using GIs of car users in my city. For this purpose, I was needed previous map of population, but I could not get it by intelligence services due to security issue which affected my whole research work.
Okay, I was pleasantly surprised with that. What's going on here? Come on. Okay, so here's what she wrote, and here's what I thought. Okay, now this is firstly sharing the previous data can assist the new researchers. A clean, clear, easy to understand topic sentence that lets the reader know what they're going to be reading. And there's a connector. Good job. Here's one thing that everyone needs to learn. Well, I mean, it's one of the most common grammar mistakes out there, and that is using the definitive article, the, before a plural noun like researchers or data. Data is actually plural.
when you are speaking in general. And here, as we often do, stupid cat, hang on. Come in, kitty. Meow. The reference is plural. All right, this next sentence started off really well. It looks like it was going to be a great complex sentence that introduced a vital idea. There's that word vital again. Okay. Research on a specific field can never be accomplished by a single person, but demands, but is a contrasting connector. So what comes after the but is supposed to be sort of the opposite or contrast. And here, single person is what you're, I was expecting to read something different. So that connector should be probably and, not but. And if it had been, but demands a team of people who all share information. Now, that directly supports your position of data assisting researchers. Okay, a single person can't do it. It demands more research. That doesn't support it. Okay. You need a comma after plural. For instance, one of my teachers, GIS should be GPS. For this purpose is an odd way to say for this reason. Okay, I was needed previous map. I see this a lot in my students here where I teach, where the verb to be, in this case was, pops up before the main verb when it shouldn't be there. We only put be before continuous, like ing. I was needing a map, or a map was needed in the passive. So that's your very common grammar error there. It's a good story. I like it. It supports your point of view. It supports the idea, except for two things. Firstly, intelligence services are not part of the people we're talking about. Who are we talking about in this essay? Well, I guess you're academic, but it is, now the music kicks in. Look at the last sentence. How many clauses and connectors it has. But all in all, it's a better than expected paragraph. As I mentioned, it was pleasantly surprising to see a body paragraph that had a good topic sentence, tried to support it, and had an interesting example. Let's see if she can keep it up in body paragraph 2.
Furthermore, it is significant to share the information because of exploring the new ideas from previous research. Such as Neil Armstrong from NASA was the first person who reached on Moon. Scientist cannot close this research relying on his first step on Moon. In fact, other scientists will try to go beyond this success to gain new and current knowledge about Moon, its environment, etc. For which, surely research data will be needed by scientists with the assistance of NASA.
It's the same idea as the previous topic, except maybe the previous paragraph was taking, the research from now can help scientists in the future. And this paragraph says, the research from the time of Neil Armstrong can help scientists today. Okay, you're not penalized for having bad ideas. But remember what we are talking about. Sharing information. Such as Neil Armstrong from NASA. Okay. All right, so Neil Armstrong was the first person on the moon, and scientists, I'm sorry, but I really
don't know what this has anything to do with information. Cannot close. Good thing Neil Armstrong went to the moon, huh? But anyway, the moon always uses the and always has a capital M. Gain knowledge means learn. Scientists, you haven't really supported your main idea because I have no idea what it might be. Now at this point, I'm going, okay, we've got 2 body paragraphs and you haven't looked at the, can't be right. You haven't looked at the other. After getting through those 2 body paragraphs, I was a bit disappointed that she had not discussed the other side. And you need to discuss both sides. That's the name of this question. But look, there was a 3rd body paragraph.
Nevertheless, some information cannot be disclosed by research centers because of sensitivity of matter. Also, if the research will disclose to others, it can affect the success of certain center by giving opportunity of success to others. In the last is concluded that by sharing with others, research knowledge can assist them to explore the fields. Moreover, current issues can be solved by gathering the previous research data. However, sensitive data cannot be shared due to security issues, and it can also hinder the success of prior researcher. Personally, I believe that to compete with the current issues, it is important to share all type of information.
Okay. Oh, here's some music. Nevertheless, that's a good connector and a clear topic sentence. Some information cannot be disclosed by research centers because of sensitivity of matter. Very similar to the introduction. And your paragraph is only 2 sentences, so. Now, you need to explain what sensitivity of matter means, because it's not clear. The matter is sensitive. And also, how is disclosing information to others going to giving opportunity of success to others? And what's wrong with that? You need to explain those points. These are what they call unsupported conclusions. Now, this structure, if the research will disclose to others, it can affect the success of certain center by giving opportunity. You should brush up on how to use conditionals if the research disclosed to others, it could affect the success of that center by giving, we don't know that. Okay. But conditionals are important. Everybody listening, use and learn them. In the last, not a word, is concluded. There's that verb be coming into the, before the main verb again. Oh, that by sharing with others, research knowledge can assist them to explore the fields. Moreover, current issues can be solved by gathering the previous research data. However, sensitive data cannot be shared due to security issues, and it can also hinder the success of prior researcher. Personally, I believe that to compete with the current issues, it is important to share all type of information. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Yes. Okay. Bye. Why did you leave your opinion to the very... Okay, so overall, pretty good. I mean, for a beginner, you know the structure of a task 2 essay. You answered all the parts. You used paragraphs with understanding how they're used. There was some good use of connectors, though some mistakes, and some good examples of collocation. Rely on security issues, sensitive data. Okay, so I don't think you're looking to get a 5.5, which that is. So you have some work to do. Try to use a more varied selection of grammar structures. Look at how many of your sentences include can or cannot. More varied vocabulary. That's where it all starts, is vocabulary. You used the word research 14 times in your essay. And analyze and really read the question more before you start writing. We needed more of your opinion. None of the three of the students thought about how the words "as much as possible" impacted the question.